So next week I gotta get my truck fixed and then take it back to Allentown, 300 some miles away. And when I take my truck back, I'm gonna say, this will be the last time I see you guys this life. And inside myself, I'll be knowing that I'll say, this is the last time seeing you, quote unquote, guys, this lifetime. And it sounds silly because they come from that one personal spot. I don't come from there anymore. I'm everywhere I go and everything I see. And if anyone else could really feel that, they would be loving to everybody. And that doesn't mean you're not going to tell the truth. Like I told my brother when I went to leave, I'm like, dude, I have so much to say, and I want you to know that I know I'm hard to approach these days, but it's not like anything bad. I just, I have so much to say, but I don't say nothing. Because with my brother, like, he's sitting there watching Inspector Gadget. He just watched another movie when we got back. I went and got some weed because he was stressing he got in an accident today. And those are all just things we have to learn because we're manipulating ourselves. So things show up in the world that seem crazy, like our karma leads us into weird things. Now let's say that you don't do this, so it shows up as a car accident, and it seems bad. But if someone gets your spirits up and say, "Oh, don't worry, maybe you'll get something better out of it," you'll think to yourself, "Maybe I can get something better out of it. Maybe my insurance will cover this, and it'll be okay." You know what I mean? And then as long as you approach people with "Oh, that sucks, that fucker," but he had to keep swearing about, "I told that motherfucker," and all this stuff, and I don't like hearing that stuff because that guy was just another being, probably not paying attention because Brian was going through a green light, the dude ran a red light, hit him. I mean, there was witnesses and all that stuff, so it wasn't his fault at all. And like that guy, it's nothing to be mad at. He's just living. He's just like an ant crawling across the sidewalk and a caterpillar happened to cross paths. Sometimes there are things that always avoid each other, and sometimes they're predators and prey. And it goes on a bigger scale with lions and rabbits and chickens and I don't know, all the animals. You know what I'm saying? Chickens and people, basically, and maybe a wild dog that gets loose in a chicken's head or something like that. But we're more conscious than that. We shouldn't be living the way we live. But like I say to Brian, I'm like, I have so much safety, but I can't tell him, it's a meat you're eating. Like, you may not get this, but your brain is a complex being. Like, just like you look at worms and slugs, of course it's way more neural than that in our existence, but a slug is very neural. It feels a lot of things. Our brain is of the material of a slug. I'm not going to say it's a giant slug, and our kidneys and our livers and all our organs are separate kind of things. They really are. I mean, you don't have anything to do with them except for trying to feed them good. And the thing is, most people aren't. So I want to say to them, no, it's the meat you're eating, and you just bought five 8-packs of Mountain Dew. You should never drink one. So why are you buying 5 8-packs? What the fuck, bro? I love you so much, more than a brother, as the spiritual being we are. And I can't convince you that in this world, you shouldn't be putting poison in yourself. And you know it, but you can't stop doing it because you're that addicted. And breaking yourself of all those habits is so hard, it makes you angry and cranky. But if you can keep yourself alone and away from people, because they'll all think you're being crazy for distancing yourself from things that don't matter at all. Like, none of it matters. A lot of people talk about waking up and removing things from your life that are harmful to you. Well, money is harmful for you. And everybody who doesn't get that isn't awake yet. Because if you're looking to get money and you realize that there's other people in this world that don't have money, that are starving, and you're okay with that, while people have 15 yachts and garages full of cars, if you're okay with that, and the people that have it are people that are flashy and that made their money doing despicable things. Now, those are ways that, like, those are showing up as starving children, and then other rich brats, basically. Not really, they're just beings, okay? They're only living a thought out in person, in an ego. So they're only being what they can be. We see them in the limelight, but they go through their trauma and their stress. I'm not discrediting any of them, but they don't realize the wrong they're doing. Like, let's think Dr. Dre and Snoop, it was like, steal. Giving them hello, girl, steal. And it was on the Olympics, like, while they were playing the girls' basketball game. And it was like, steal. Got love for the streets. Like, the streets are not what you think they are. It's what you thought they are because other people told you that. And if you can distance yourself from the violence and the gangs and the whatever and sort of keep yourself away from it and start making enough sense to other people why you're conscious enough to do that. It's that people have a lack of vocabulary. They don't have, and if they do have it, they get scared. I mean, it's scary to try to tell the world the truth about themselves and not think you're crazy when they're trying to wake up and work for money. This makes no sense at all. If you really keep saying it to yourself, does it make sense to wake up and work for paper? Or does it make sense to go out and spend all my time away from my loved ones to... Sorry, I'm on a bumpy road and I want to take a sip out of my drink so it doesn't spill all over the place. Anyway, should I wake up in the morning for cryptocurrency or Bitcoin or something that gives me value so I can buy things so that either I can be personally pleased or I can look good or show off or something like that? And nobody's conscious enough to realize it. Each one is one of those things. You want to personally satisfy yourself while other people are unhappy. Keep yourself fit, in shape, and clear-minded, and work towards purifying Mother Earth. That will help people. Purifying Mother Earth includes somehow getting ourselves together to form factions of people who make healthier things and totally shut down all the corporations that are selling poison. And employ those people that are working there to do healthy things. Why wouldn't they constantly say, hey, all the employees, all the Pepsi companies say, hey, why don't we only make healthy stuff from now on? And not worry about money. Whoever provides us, let's talk to them about actually providing healthy stuff. And we'll provide them to the shelters where we distribute food for free, where everyone living can have it for free. People may think I sound like a goober and a big heart. Well, I am, and so are you. But your heart only has the people you think you care about. When you die, you know that none of them were there, but you. So all of them are people you should care about. All of them. And I don't just mean human beings. I mean people. Things that are out there peeping. I love you guys, and I can only say it simply because I don't want to be rude and angry all the time. I wasn't, but now it seems like no matter what I do, because I'm awakened and because I'm enlightened, I get angrier and angrier every day being around total stupid people. And when I say that, I don't mean it in a bad way. I still love them with all my heart, unconditionally. They are stupid people because they're choosing to stoop low and identify themselves with it. Look, it's okay to play video games that are little apps with little cartoon guys that you can increase your battles team and then shoot them down, and it's comical, you know. Little kids are playing it. It's not harmful. It's not bloody. So little 5 and 6-year-olds can play it. It's just a battleship where you just touch the screen and these guys shoot those guys and those guys shoot these guys, and it just, you know, it's no big deal. It's like cartoonish, you know. But we should learn. We should really, really learn. And if you show your kids stuff like Tom and Jerry and those things where they're popping each other on the head all the time and it's that animated violence, please clarify it with them that they shouldn't actually do that. And make sure they know it. And try to teach them so that as time goes on, they don't lose control of their mental capacity to keep themselves from harming others and losing their cool when they don't get their way, or feeling insecure about something they think or don't understand enough about. If we could all be open a little bit more each day, it's not going to happen overnight, but it can happen if you really want to. Hear my heart, please, and join me in curing this world, helping Mother Earth, going back to the true light. And that doesn't take away anything that we call dark or shaded either. That concludes it all. No more harming each other. No more dictating each other. No more illusion of power or money. No more illusion. We can live in this world without an illusion if we're honest with each other and we work at it with love, not in struggle, not 40 hours a week, every day of our lives, because it's all we have to do. It's all we've got to live is living. It's all we've got to do. So please, hear my heart and join me. And I don't mean that in some geek way. I don't want no money. I want nothing but to help you, help yourself, and then the world.